Hello, my dear German friends. Today we're gonna find out what do you eat for the breakfast. Let's go, let's react, and I will be probably shocked again because your food is from another dimension. Let's react.
Diana and Phil. Diana's from the United States and I'm from Germany, and in today's video we're going to talk about German breakfast culture, and we're going to show you what a typical German breakfast looks like.
Let's go.
Have you ever wondered what Germans typically eat to
Yes.
start their day? 47% of Germans consider breakfast the most important meal of the day, and around 93% eat breakfast daily. For
Oh,
many,
wow.
it's all about fresh Brötchen, cheese, cold cuts or muesli, and 66%
Yes.
of them cannot function without their morning coffee. However, only 16% of Germans eat breakfast at home during the work week.
Ooh la la, look at that sandwich, my goodness gracious. A bit of boiled eggs, yes, and cheese, fresh pickles, and some, of course, apples. Awesome.
Every
I love
third
it.
person
Very
eats while
good
commuting to work,
the stomach.
and half of all Germans have breakfast either at work, school or college. So, first, we are going to check out some of the convenience options out there before we head back in for a typical breakfast at home later on.
So what a lot of Germans do, traditionally they go and get their fresh bread rolls from the bakery. Apparently that is deeply ingrained in the German culture. This bakery culture, obviously very famous, and people go out even in the morning to get fresh bread rolls and bread from the bakery before their breakfast. To us that sounds like a crazy idea because we're not morning people, or at least I am not. But that's what we're doing right now. We're going to the bakery and grabbing some traditional stuff, German bakery stuff.
Let's go, bakery. It would be strange if the German breakfast would be without bread, knowing how much bread you have in Germany. A lot. For people who don't know, they have a lot of bread. A lot. I don't usually eat bread on mornings.
Wir hätten gerne 2 normale Brötchen, ich sehe sie gerade nicht. Ja genau, von denen. Ja, eins von den Dinkel-Vollkornbroten bitte. Dann hätte ich gerne so ein heißes Panini, das in der Mitte
Oh,
bitte.
panini, man. He cheats.
Ja, alles zum Mitnehmen.
Und dann auch ein Schokobrötchen Croissant-Ding.
Genau.
Das hier oder das?
Das hier unten, genau.
This is the breakfast that I allow myself on weekends, maybe.
Martina, genau.
But not every day. Not every day. It would be very hard
Das
for the
wär's.
stomach.
Mit Karte bitte. Danke, schönen Tag.
With
Ciao.
card a bit and she
So what a lot of
accepted.
Germans-
I thought everywhere is cash. Just kidding. Of course, I know that there's places where you take cards
You
also.
who go to work and they don't have much time in the morning, they grab some of the ready-to-eat stuff from the bakery and either bring it to work or, I don't know, eat it in the car or something, and that's what we're gonna do first.
I eat my breakfast at home.
Usually people have to be
always.
at the office at like 9 the latest, a lot of people even earlier, between 7 and 8, and most Germans statistically apparently eat breakfast between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., which is super early. So a lot of people, for convenience, grab some of this stuff, and we got 2 things to choose from.
We have a sweet and savory option. I got a Schokobrötchen. It's this chocolate chips inside of a nice little
That's
bread
interesting.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
it's basically
interesting.
this milky bread that has chocolate pieces in it.
Yeah.
And it's a very popular sweet option, I think, especially with children.
Yeah, it's very common throughout Germany. You'll often see it. So let's give this one a try. Mwah.
You can just
Looks
flatten
kind of
that with
tasty.
your hand.
Looks
Yeah.
tasty.
It's very airy. It's not overly sweet, but
I would prefer to have more protein in the morning. It gives you energy, at least to me, you know. I eat eggs and meat and have a protein shake in the morning usually. This is my like diet. These kind of morning like breakfasts are good, but not very often, in my opinion, at least for me, you know.
the chocolate chunks do make it sweeter, which I like. And I'm often not really a sweet person for breakfast. I always like my sweets later in the day. But if you
Yeah,
are,
me too.
this is pretty good.
Yeah, this is one of the options.
Oh
Obviously,
my
there's more stuff.
gosh,
There's
take a
from
look at
Quark, Ecken,
this.
different
Oh
kinds.
my goodness, wow. This is so tasty. Strawberries.
Of cake. And
There's like an Erdbeerblende, which is like this strawberry pastry that looks so good.
yeah, but
Yes,
let me
it
know,
looks good.
dude, as a German, This stuff brings me right back to my childhood. I feel like this is what every kid craved, and they also sell them in the supermarket, but yeah. And every bakery has savory sandwiches like this. They have a variety. There's different types. There's vegetarian ones with cheese, bacon, obviously also very popular. Ham and cheese, I should say.
There's some egg ones.
Yeah, and I feel like the bakery is stepping up their game for real food a little bit, because there's also like fried chicken sandwiches nowadays. Anyways, I got this tomato mozzarella one on a nice Italian-looking bread roll with a lot of oregano. Dude, it smells so good. They heated it up.
Listen, this breakfast is nice, but it won't fill you up for a long time. This is maximum maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and you want to eat more. Maybe even 2 hours, you know. This is nothing.
This was piping hot, but let me see for a second.
It's not enough.
Yeah, they heated this up and it was piping hot and double bagged because of the heat. I smelled the oregano.
I smell it through the
Looks pretty
screen.
good.
Look at my ham, dude, oregano everywhere. There's also lettuce, shredded lettuce on there. There is pesto, green pesto, which gives us a very nice flavor. And this is hearty. I think this works at a breakfast item if you like the more hearty breakfast.
But that's a solid lunch item
That
too.
could be a lunch item as well.
Yeah. That's so good. Dang. Yeah, I don't know what you're eating. This one's mine.
Yeah, I think definitely hearty breakfast type. Let us know what you are. Do you prefer a sweet breakfast thing or a hearty breakfast item? But now we're gonna take the rest of our bread rolls bread, go home like a lot of Germans do, and have a proper breakfast at home. So carrying our white bread rolls and our German bread back home for breakfast reminds me that a lot of people do that even on a daily basis. When I grew up, my dad always went out at least on the weekends every morning, very early riser at like 7, and drove over actually to another village and grabbed like 10 white bread rolls. And I think back in the day, there were like 7 cents per bread roll or something. And a lot of people still do that, probably less during the week, but on the weekends definitely. It's a big part of German culture just to get your fresh bread rolls or bread rolls from the bakery and carrying them home. So I don't know, I guess it's also a good reason to get up and move and get some fresh air the first thing in the morning, right?
Yeah, why not? Why
That's
not?
what we're
Yeah.
doing. It's not noon, no, 7 a.m.
These convenience
Oh,
options
wow.
are great for the common 9-to-5 workday, but on weekends, breakfast at home is of more importance, takes longer, and also serves as a valued conversation hub for families.
Agree with you. But we have like different thing in my family. Yes, we eat breakfast at home in the working days, and in the weekends we just stick to the bakery usually.
And this is what it looks like.
Ah, wait. Why did he make the holes in the egg? I don't understand.
Look at that, how hot that is.
Boiled eggs. Oh, it's so tasty, man. So tasty. The bread is. ACMR, you know, like, oh yeah. Man, it looks good. Phenomenal, I would say. If I wouldn't have a snack, I would be hungry right now. I think I had a good meal today, so.
And there we have it. This is a good selection
go.
of what a typical German breakfast still looks like nowadays. And as you can tell by our selection and by this lovely plate, if you have a look here, bread and bread rolls and some type of German bread is still king for breakfast. Most Germans consume this, and I read an interesting statistic saying only 7% of the Germans skip breakfast. So 93% eat breakfast regularly on a daily basis. We are not part of the 93%, we are part of the 7% that's skip it.
Yes. Aber heute frühstücken wir.
Yes, today we're having breakfast. So we have some standard white bread rolls, the ones we brought back from the bakery earlier. They look like that, and they're cold and they're very airy and soft.
And then we have this nice dinkel seed bread, which we cut a couple of slices off. But also a common way is that people get these bags of bread rolls from the bakery and they put it in the oven and bake it at home. We like to do that because it comes
And baguettes, also baguettes with cheese and with garlic inside are so good in the oven. Oh my gosh.
out warm and fresh, and to be honest, they're pretty good as well. Also, the drink of choice, I think it's every country, of course, coffee.
Obviously, this is way more than the average German eats for breakfast, but we wanted to show a selection of things that is very typical in Germany and some of the stuff that I had never heard of, because in the US, the average breakfast is like cereal and oatmeal, and then like warm breakfast is like
This
eggs,
is
pancake,
nothing.
and stuff like that.
Bacon.
Okay, bacon and eggs and this kind of plate, it's good, yeah, because you have some calories. But this is nothing, literally nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
When
At
I
least
eat
for me,
America, I think
yeah.
bacon.
I
talking
would
for
like
me.
to try the pretzel stick with cheese and cucumber on it. I feel like this is pretty
Why
standard.
do
You'll
they
find
make
this
the
at a lot of
hole?
German bakeries, and then people make this at home a lot too, right?
And while you're doing that, I'm going to show you a life hack, a breakfast hack, how to peel an egg in a very cool way, and I hope it works. So what you want to do, you only crack each end a little
Okay.
bit, like so. And then on the thinner end of the egg, you just peel a tiny bit, like a little hole, not too
Yeah.
big, that is already enough. And then on the thicker end, we peel a little bit more,
Okay.
like so. And then if the egg is fresh, you can just blow in the smaller hole and it should come out the bigger hole. So let's see if it works.
What? You kidding
Boom.
me, man?
There we have it, life hack.
What?
And here's the shell. Came out nicely. But
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go with
gosh.
this stuff here. Look at the
Wow. Oh my gosh, my life just changed. Oh my goodness. There was live before, I saw it, and live after. My goodness gracious. I need to try it straight away.
these two
I need to
variations.
boil
Some
some
nice pork meat on there. This is Schwartenwurst, rind sausage.
Schwartenwurst is this meat that comes in a can, and it kind of has this layer of fat along
remember
with like
this.
this gelatin thing. And not all
I had the video on this also. You can check it out over here.
Schwartenwurst is made equal. Every time we go back to like central Germany, we get this one butcher's specific one. And I don't know, it's interesting in Germany how like there's so many butchers and there's so many variations.
So in the countryside is where the good sausage is.
It comes in this
Oh, no
can
doubt
and it
about
kind of
that.
looks like dog food, but not
The
gonna
meat is better there because it comes straight from the farmers, not from the fabrics.
lie, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, and this one is like a Zwiebel-Mettwurst, which is like a met variation, and it's kind of raw. I don't know if it's smoked or something. We don't have
let's
raw
go,
met
man.
here, but I feel like, I don't know if I can say that in the villages, the countryside, and the older generation, it is very common that even for breakfast, like real men, you know, gonna have this.
Listen, have anybody tried met with beer? Is it a good thing to like have with beer? Because in my mind, I see it as a snack for a beer. I don't know why.
The fatty
Yeah.
sausage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can see why. What is very common also is some type of ham. This is the typical Black Forest ham that we have in Germany. It's a cut and has this nice flat layer. And back to my childhood, we often have these very cheap packages of sausages, like the
Yeah.
mortadella. This one is chicken. This one is just some salami, and it's the round package. And I think every German knows this. But this brings me right back
Can
to
I
childhood.
put these together and make a ham and cheese
Why?
sandwich?
Try it first by itself and then you can. That's so American every time. Cheese, ham, she sees it, they needs to go together.
Should go together.
Man,
I feel like there's
I
two-
love these things about the food where things need to go together, you know. If you eat a soup in Latvia, you always need to eat it with a bread. If you eat something like soup, you always have to put the sour cream in it, you know, the same like as he said about the sandwich.
Little on each one. There needs to be more.
Traditions, it's
Load it
called,
up,
yeah.
make it a sandwich. Look at that. Now we're talking.
That's rich people stuff, man. In Germany, I grew up, all you got, not even the pickle. The pickle's fancy. I got this.
You just get butter and meat.
Man, if you get
This is
this,
what
it's
little
good,
Philip
man.
went-
I remember in childhood, I was growing up, we didn't have any money. I was eating cabbage, green cabbage, man, because there was nothing to eat at home.
To school with every day.
Oh, cute.
Like white bread and meat. Talking of white bread, very common is the cheap toast bread.
Yeah, they call it Toastbrot here in Germany. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, Toastbrot. And then Scheiblettenkäse.
Oh, this is the
Scheiblettenkäse is what we
legendary
call
cheese.
this.
And now, since I met Vienna, we call this American cheese, and it's this pressed cheese.
That's American cheese, right?
Yeah, single-handedly packed. And that was also very common, and I don't know, there has to be something in there. But as a kid, you always want that.
Really?
Yeah.
That looks like a really sad grilled cheese. I want to like put another thing and like grill it, make it nice and gooey. So Phil's mom will have this every morning. She will have a brötchen and something sweet. So she always goes for the jam. Yes. There's butter and then a little bit of jam on top. This one's strawberry, and this is not bad. I feel like if you're into the sweet stuff, this is a pretty decent breakfast thing.
I just wonder how many people use the cream cheese substitute instead of butter, actually.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried that, I really highly recommend you try that, because it just gives everything a bit of a fresher taste. Another very common thing, obviously, the egg. We cut one open, which is kind of hard-boiled, cut it and sliced it up and put it on this nice pretzel stick.
That's good.
Sprinkled a little bit of salt on top of that.
I would put some pastate, from the beef. I don't know how it even it's called. It's like paste made out of meat, and you put it on the top of the sandwich. Yes, and then you put on the egg on the top, and that's even better. And mayonnaise.
And it looks very nice, like a nice little boat. And while you do that, I'm gonna show you what Germans also do.
You do it with a spoon, not a knife, right?
I don't remember how they open
Yeah,
it, but they behead the egg. Something like...
No.
I open it like that. I just smash it on my forehead like a barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah. So you open the egg up and then they scoop it out.
Oh yes.
You're
But
German.
it's special.
I never done this. I remember my
But this is special. This is a different kind of eggs. This is not the solid egg. The egg should be more like a jelly, and then it's easier to eat it like that. When it's solid, you can eat it just like by cleaning it and putting in your mouth.
uncle doing that and thinking, it's the weirdest thing. What is he doing?
But your mom has so many of these little egg cups that the Germans eat out of.
Yeah, it's an egg stand.
I'm so full already. We don't eat breakfast. This is way too much. I want to put all of this together. The ham, the cheese, and the egg. Sounds good, right?
Sounds pretty good, yeah. It's true. We have another weird variation. This is some herring, fish in a red beet cream sauce-ish.
Beetroots.
Yeah,
Wow.
with beetroots and apple slices. And people also have fish for breakfast. It's not that common though. Traditionally, it's more of the cheese and the salami slices.
Your dad always had something like this because he really loves this like fish and the fish flavor. Yeah, that's not my thing, but I feel like you often get that every time.
Tastes like Hamburg to me.
Yeah. Northern Germany stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
like the salty fish thing, but for breakfast, I don't know. Let me know if you are having
No,
fish
no,
stuff,
no,
like
no.
salty fish for breakfast a lot.
No, salty fish not for breakfast. I don't eat fish too much, and for breakfast it would be hard. Only afternoon, have some salmon.
So while there is a lot of like bread things in Germany, there is like cereal here as well. And there is oatmeal, which I think is also a common
Oatmeal's a
breakfast,
legend.
but I think the second most common
Oatmeals are OGs, but the cereals are just useless.
thing
in my
that's not
opinion.
bread is muesli, which is like
Muesli
this
is good.
granola cereal mixture with nuts and stuff. And then you pour milk into it, or you can eat
But also, muesli is good as a snack, not as a main meal in the morning.
it with yogurt, and that's breakfast. Plenty, 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 plenty. Yo,
Plenty,
Junge.
that's nothing.
What
Also,
is
we
this?
earlier put the milk first and put the cereal in. I think that's the way to go, right? That's how most people do it.
Are you a psychopath? No milk first.
Yeah. One thing that I think is coming that we don't have is orange juice. A lot of people had orange juice. I don't know if it's still popular nowadays. I just always found it a weird mixture. You drink coffee, you drink orange juice, and you eat milk with your cereal. That sounds wrong. Kids always wanted cereal and cornflakes and stuff. We had a sugar dispenser on the table for breakfast, and we put sugar on the cereal.
Yes,
So what would you say
yes,
for
yes,
you?
yes.
Is there anything weird?
Listen, we made the sandwiches. We took basically a bread, we put sour cream on the top, and on the sour cream we put sugar. And this was our dessert in the mornings, usually after the breakfast.
I think the strangest things for the average American is probably the fish mixture thing.
That maybe the rawish meat?
Oh, the raw meat as well. I'm so used to it. I've lived in Germany too long. This Just raw meat.
We haven't touched this nice
Yeah.
Leberwurstbrötchen. Liver
Leberwurst.
sausage. You give a bite
Dude,
quickly.
I'm so full.
That was the I was talking about. It's like a paste from meat, basically.
Your favorite.
We
right?
call it pastete.
What kind of bite is that? Tiny. Well, that's a bite.
It's tasty. It's super
Tastes
nice.
like wurst. I think that's a little too much meat in the morning for me. I'm the kind of gal that, you know, I like my meat in the afternoon. What the hell?
Also, I believe a lot of what people eat for breakfast is not always the same thing. It also differs in location, socio-economic groups. But we
sure,
also found
for
that
sure.
people go and want to eat healthier nowadays. Like the censuses show that people make more of a conscious effort to eat healthier stuff. Some people will probably add some fruit here, which we don't
Listen, drug addicts are a different social group, and I bet they are not even close to this breakfast. Not even close.
have. We have this nice little bouquet of tomatoes, which you can eat on the side. But the vast majority still eats breakfast, still think breakfast is one of the, if
sure.
not the most important meal of the day. We still
No
hear
doubt
that. We
about
have the
that.
saying in Germany, Frühstück ist die wichtigste Mahlzeit des Tages, which means breakfast is the most important meal of the
We
day.
have that in the US too.
But yeah, we like to skip it.
Let us know if you eat breakfast at home and what you eat for breakfast, because I'd be curious, like around the world, what do you eat for breakfast and where are you?
Okay, let me know what you eat for breakfast. Do you have anything, something like that from this video in your breakfast menu? I usually eat eggs and protein, a lot of protein, and sometimes I love to eat pancakes with the minced meat. But meat is fried. This is very important, okay? And sometimes I eat dumplings for the morning. So I have meat in the morning for my body, for my stomach. It's okay. I can handle it, and it gives me more energy during the day. So yeah, thank you for watching. Check out my other reactions. I have great reactions about food. You can find it somewhere here, yeah. And see you next reaction videos. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.